2025 has been a fantastic year for gaming, with generation-defining instant classics. But every light casts a shadow, and it has also been a year with some of the worst games to exist.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time.
Just festering in the inky underbelly. And I've never been afraid of the dark. I was raised in it, molded by it. So let's talk about MindsEye. Released June 2025, published by the makers of Hitman, developed by one of the guys who made GTA, with an estimated budget of over $100 million, there was nothing inherently fishy about this game on its face. Barring the fact that absolutely zero review codes were sent out before launch. Oh, and both the CFO and chief legal officer left the company a week before release. Actually, yeah, I guess that is suspicious. Naturally, the game was released to rave reviews. And now, here I am. Don't threaten me with a good time. There are 30 achievements we need, with one being our platinum achievement for getting all the others. Another 24 are story-related that we get just for playing the game, leaving us with only 5 achievements that require any brain power. 4 of those are combat-related, and the last one requires us to collect all weapons, which every but one drops directly from enemies. I do love easy achievements. The fact that these easy achievements happen to be wrapped up in the most repetitive, mind-numbing game with a splash of nonsensical story is a bit of a downer, but that's never stopped me before. Hello. We play as Jacob Diaz, a former grunt whose whole life changed when a drone he was controlling got possessed by some technology alien guys, and since he was in control of it, they possessed him as well, through a neural implant the military outfitted him with called a MindsEye. Now, discharged from the military, which is probably fair if you kill your own squad, suffering from PTSD and memory loss, Jacob wants to track down the gentleman who outfitted him with the MindsEye, Hunter Morrison, and see if he can fix his memory, who is naturally missing, but was last employed at a robotics company called Silva Corp. Conveniently, Jacob has a friend who works there, and he gets him a job working security. This is Seb, Jacob's friend. I can't prove anything, but they have weird vibes. I have dubbed this game Doomed Yowie now. Anyway, you may expect with the guns and explosions that this is an action game.
Wrong!
In fact, the majority of this game is just driving. It's a shitty driving sim. Travel from point A to point B, do some shit, then travel back to point A. 5 miles back through the desert.
The ODT is in position. Excellent! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Pure
Are you
action.
ready for another?
This isn't an open world. There's nothing interesting to do along the way. There's not even a radio station. Just travel to your destination with realistic metropolitan traffic, and then go back. I'm gonna cut out the driving from here on out, unless it's story related, but just know that it's there. You're welcome. As part of our security job, we track down this dude who stole some Silva Corp tech, and God forbid a bun have some whimsy while on a trip. I do want to go through this donut, though. Can I make it happen? Do I have time? Do I fit? Okay. Alright, never mind. I take it back. He leaves the tech at a drop site, which is eventually picked up by a mercenary group called Red Sands. Silva Corp sends in their bulldog to handle them. It's me. I'm the bulldog. Can't you tell? Look at me running along these stairs. Sorry, I gotta do that again. Look. After committing mass homicide, I get sent to find some hacker who works for Red Sands, and they call themselves Robin Hood. It requires some subtle investigation. Hey, what if I... How about that? Do you want to talk now? Oh, just kidding. Just kidding! Whoopsie, didn't mean it. Here on out, though, we call Robin Hood Charlie, and they try really hard to make Charlie the love interest. But we all know the real romance option, and my head shan't be turned in another's direction. All of this, by the way, within about 2 days of employment. So our stellar performance catches the eye of the CEO, Marco Silva, and he assigns Jacob as his personal bodyguard. Silva and the mayor, who's named Shiva Vega, are in an intense rivalry because she won't let him launch his little rocket to space and he won't let her control his cop robots. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. All the cops in towns are just Silva robots, which is problematic since said robots are currently on the blink and not functioning as they should. Why is it on fire? Oh, he's being shot! We find Hunter Morrison down in a mine shaft, and he's a bit of a weird dude. But he loves coffee, so I love him. Oh, coffee. He is obsessed with trying to understand and reach these technology alien guys, who are called kin. He's also obsessed with building his AI robot named Lily. Nothing on Earth could have prepared me for how the Lily storyline ended.
It's your Brutus! There's a panico! Oh no.
First of all, I have no context for why he's in his underwear. Second of all, this added nothing to the story. But it did add to my joy. I kind of, a little bit, feel like crying. Speaking of things that don't affect the story, but greatly impacted me personally, I would be remiss to not mention the minigames. I guess you could call them rhythm game adjacent. There were 2, but each of them are seared into my memory forever. First, if you remember the guy who is stealing Silvatech, he gets blowed up by the red sand and Jacob saves him through the power of a CPR minigame. Oh, what is this? If your game doesn't have rhythm-based mouth-to-mouth, I don't want it. We later kill him, by the way. Really playing the role of God here. The second minigame was digging our own grave while at gunpoint. Decidedly less fun, but equally goofy. No one out here is doing it like MindsEye. I guess we'll get back to this stupid story. Whatever. Through our MindsEye, we get the ability to control a little buddy drone. He can scope out an area, hack robots, or stun enemies, which made it super easy to unlock 3 of the 4 combat achievements. But I was getting concerned when towards the end of the game I only had 4 explosion kills. I was especially concerned because enemies were rarely near the explosive barrels, which, in addition, were hard to differentiate from other barrels. So like that one looks explosive, these ones are not. And neither are these ones. But I think that one might be explosive. Thankfully, Buddy Drone's final update is that he can throw grenades, and we instantly fucked him up. POV, you're Obama. Jacob gets a flashback that shows that after he had killed his compatriots, soldiers 1 through 4, his superior Colonel Lamry forcibly removed his memory from his MindsEye, which is what caused his memory loss. Psst, this is a bad guy. Silva has us confront Mayor Vega, who is attempting to sell Silvatech and code under the table to the military, aka Lamry. The bots go rogue, as they all have been, shooting Silva and Vega. Both are alive, but Silva gives us his rocket launch codes to ensure his rocket goes through. 4 days we've been working for this man, and he gives us the launch codes. What a guy. So, we launch a rocket, and Hunter does some evil scientist stuff trying to communicate with the kin, which goes poorly and results in Lamry declaring martial law, putting the entire town into lockdown. A lot happens here really quick, so if my recap seems a little manic, that's because it was. They find out that the robots are going rogue due to a virus that only started once Jacob rolled into town, implying that it was caused by him or his messed up mind's eye. Lamry, under the cover of martial law, takes control of Silva's factory and makes a whole robot army of his own. He also kidnaps Hunter, taking him to some ancient kin ruins, which are conveniently just outside of town. In fact, these are the same kin ruins that caused Jacob's possession. Jacob grabs some USB drive from Silva's house, intending to shut down the bot army, and is attacked by this unkillable guy from Lamry's squad. In order to save Jacob, Charlie throws herself at this bad guy and fucking dies. She's dead. Goodbye, romance option B. I can't even miss you. Now Jacob has to go save Hunter, and he finds him being forced to help Lamry acquire something called a kin orb. It's very frustrating, because this guy is just a dude. So many of your problems here could just be resolved by just killing Lamry. Like, at any point, Jacob could just shoot him with any of his 8-gun arsenal, and he would be dead. He'd be dead. It would be over. Jacob, please. Whatever, okay. Instead, Jacob lets him take possession of the orb and chases after him once he's already gone. He gets stopped again by the unkillable dude, but turns out he's unkillable because he's mostly made of tech. And Jacob can control tech through his funky mind's eye.
Jacob. God damn it. Jacob, what are you doing?
Diaz! Diaz, make it stop! Jacob, make it stop!
So, does this mean he voluntarily let Charlie die, asking for a friend? The orb attracts a bunch of robots towards it, so Jacob and his coworker Rigby decide to just Rambo it and directly attack Lamry's base to get it back. On the way, we find the only missable gun in the game, and while it looks like you can't grab it, surprise, you can. It kinda fucks, to be honest. No cover is safe from me. In the least shocking turn of events ever, Rigby is the only one level-headed and does what needs to be done. That's what I'm saying. Just shoot him. See how easy that was? She did it. She handled it. Injured. On the ground. Shot. Imagine if you did it before it reached this point, Jacob. This is... if you can consider it, this is the last sensible moment in the game. If that's what any of this has been so far. A robot grabs the orb and fucking books it. The robot uses the orb to summon a portal for the kin to invade Earth. Why? I don't know. Before the kin can breach the portal, Jacob drops this "I'm 14 and this is deep" Tumblr-ass dramatic line.
I see it now.
It's all become too clear to me.
I know what I have to do. Nobody else is dying for me.
And goes through the portal in the opposite direction, which he can do because, hold on. He's considered kin through his infected mind's eye neural implant, and sacrificing himself will, for some reason, close the portal and save the world. No clue where he got that idea from, and worst of all, it worked. So that's the end. All the achievements popped at the end of that playthrough, and it goes right up on the wall of shame. Because even though I only had a couple bugs that weren't a big deal, can I... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And it's obvious they put work into the game so it doesn't have these issues anymore. $100 million just doesn't go as far as it used to, I guess. It commits the mortal sin of being boring. There's funny bad games and there's boring bad games, and this is definitely the latter. That said, it only took about 10 hours and was super easy, so I guess if you're looking for that, here you are. Big thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you've liked it, I would greatly appreciate a like and or subscribe to appease my YouTube overlords, and big shout out to my channel members. Your support helps make these videos possible, so mucho gracias. That's all I have for now though. Until next time, bye bye.